Okay, the Super Bowl came and went. Super glad about that. Couldn't care less. But some cool trailers came out at least. Anyways, Warner Brothers DC's James Gunn's Andy Muschietti's The Flash, formerly titled Flashpoint, got a full trailer, and it was something. Okay, so there's some mixed reception to this movie so far, and I have mixed feelings about it as well. On one hand, James Gunn has been hyping it up for a bit on Twitter, and he makes some pretty good movies. Also, Andy Muschietti directed the hell out of those It movies that made an ass ton of money, so I'm really excited to see his career blossom into bigger things. The story is also interesting in that it will hopefully usher in a new era of DC movies that aren't as hit or miss as Star Wars movies nowadays. Then there's the issues. Putting the legal woes of the lead star Ezra Miller in the back of my mind, the trailer was pretty interesting. It's actually pretty awesome. Zod returns in all of his glory, 2 Flashes are present, and Ben Affleck shows up for what may possibly be his possible last role as Batman until maybe he reconsiders and becomes Batman for like another 10 years. And then you get to the minute 27 mark, and it all goes downhill. I'll be very forward with one of my biggest pet peeves from modern Hollywood nowadays.
Fucking stop making legacy sequels.
There, I said it. There's a lot of personal bias in this argument, but I really hate when shitty movies, generally from the 80s, get sequels now because the studio realized that their stars are getting fuck ugly old and need to pump out an extra shot of cash before dying. See the unnecessary Indiana Jones movies after The Last Crusade, the sequel trilogy of the Star Wars movies bringing back the original cast for basically no reason, the Spider-Man movies that everybody loves and hates for no goddamn reason. God, even every horror franchise ever is getting one with the exception of Friday the 13th. And then there's Top Gun Maverick, one of the most god-awful piece of ass, creatively bankrupt, smooth-brained, cliche-ridden sludge, the sequel to the even worse Top Gun. And all of these movies have one thing in common. Those 40-plus-year-old shitheads circle jerk every one of these soulless movies into the millions and even billions just because they think that they're good movies, because that's what they were fed as a kid. So why did I bring this up? Yeah. The Flash fucking did it again. After 1 minute and 27 seconds, the movie can't be its own fucking thing and has to reach for the money teat of the middle-aged moviegoer who can go,
"Oh, it's Batman from when I was a kid. We have to go see that Batman."
And it's not even, held back either. You'd think, oh, that's cool, Michael Keaton is going to be in the movie for a bit. And then it keeps going with way too much screen time in the damn thing for being devoted to him. And then it starts nostalgia baiting even harder with that fucking Batman theme that everybody wets their panties over. For a whole 1/6 of the trailer, it's just, look, it's Batman. Remember Batman? He was so cool 40 years ago. Please watch our movie. It's going to have the Batman from 40 years ago. You remember him from your childhood. And it wouldn't be that big of an issue if Michael Keaton wasn't listed 8th on the Wikipedia article. 8th. This shit just reeks of desperation. Maybe that was just a choice by Warner Brothers to avoid tons of buzz around Ezra Miller, and I guess I'll never know. And yes, call me a bitch in the comments for being born after 2000 and not giving a shit about anything before that. I couldn't care less if you do. You guys are probably old enough to be my dad. So yeah, I hate it. It sucks. I just hope that this is just like poor marketing and the hype gets better from here. If not, Warner Brothers' track record is really going to go down the shitter. You want an example of an actual good legacy sequel? Tried Mad Max Fury Road on for size. Even if it does have at least a couple references to the original trilogy, it doesn't confuse a newcomer audience. They're not bringing Mel Gibson back for any kind of dumbass mentor. Oh wait, yeah, that was probably for the best, huh? Well, my point still stands. Anyone can watch Fury Road and appreciate it without being alienated by its characters and story. Oh wow, look at that, a movie from 2015 that doesn't have creative tampering from Warner Brothers. Thanks, Warner Brothers. Anyway, that's about it for the video. Hoping that the marketing reveals all the Batman surprises and they actually save the important surprises for the movie. In the meantime, I'll pass on this one and cross my fingers, arms, legs, and ass cheeks that Blue Beetle will at least look good.